Good evening, good morning, good day, good night, and welcome to Awakening Confidence Talk Show. I am 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐿𝐿, the embodiment queen, and today we're just here to talk about one mistake women make. And one thing that I just want to talk about is that we're going through times of rapid change, and many people are experiencing that change anxiety where they don't know how to show up. And one thing that I just want to remind you while we are at it, because change is going to happen whether we like it or not. The question is, are we allowing change to work for us or against us? Because if you show up in times like this where change is just so rapid, and the world is definitely dynamic, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. If you're still holding into an illusion of certainty, then chances are you're going to live your life really in fear. You're going to be activating more of those survival instincts where it feels like you are not safe. And when you are operating, when you are living your life from those patterns of fear, of survival, what you do is you keep on repeating the same thing. So chances are that you go ahead with life, creating the same thing, and when you think you're out of it, you find yourself again in the same in a similar situation where it's kind of like, what is happening? Because you are living in fear. Your instincts are just telling you to run. You are always in desperation. You are waiting for something bad to happen, and then you react. You have not activated this inspiration. You have not activated this pattern where you live from endless opportunities and possibilities, where you live your life from desire, evolution, and curiosity, where you are driven by these characters, where you get to feel in your body, how am I feeling? What is it that I'm being called to do? Where you are connected with that soul. As I always say, that our power is when we align our human with our soul. If we just survive from the human, we get overwhelmed. It's like, it's too much. I don't know what to do. But when you are fully tapped in and connected with the soul, there is just magic that is happening. And this brings us to the topic of one mistake women are making. Which disconnect as women from our superpower. So basically, for over the years, when we were trying to push through, which of course it was necessary to make a point to call through to say, hey, we deserve to be seen here, or we can also do as much as men are doing. You do not have to dismiss us and all that. But the mistake that we did is that we completely abandoned ourselves. We abandoned our superpower. Because if we want to operate as men operate, with that control, with that force, and now as we are evolving comes this phase where we get to realize that we get to love ourselves. Self-love is everything, which is true. But it's another thing when the self-love is just it's just an idea. You are not loving yourself, but you are mentalizing it, which is different, you know, when you are not fully connecting with yourself. Because the percentage of women objectifying our bodies, like we perceive ourselves only from the outlook, how we see, we look from outside. It's kind of like we are valuing ourselves with what appears outside. That's why we show up with this illusion of strength, which is this masculinity energy, kind of like, I love myself, I don't need any man and all that. And just with that word, I don't need any man, you know, I just want you to sit with that and just breathe in. Where in your life are you abandoning your masculine energy? Because there are two things. It's either you fully abandon your feminine energy because you want to prove something. You just operate from this. I'm gonna do it. This hard work, hustle, struggle, and all that. Like this whole you have this structure and everything like figured out, which is which makes it hard for you to open up to the floor. That's why when it comes to dealing with uncertain times like this, you don't know what to do. Because for you, you have to figure it out. It has to work how you know it should work. It must work. And in terms of change, that means you get to be flexible because you don't know what's coming. Right? And your superpower, when you are embody your superpower, you are in that energy of flow, which is being open to receive, being able to be flexible to go with the change, this dynamic environment. That is that dynamic energy of the feminine, you know. And one other thing, talking about this, just this energy where you just get to relax into your feminine power. And when I talk about that, I'm still we can break it down to say what is it that we're talking about when you talk about this feminine power, which is not only about men or women, but it's more dominant in us women. And even when you talk about this feminine and masculine, is the energy that we get to activate from within us. If within you are not complete, if you're not whole from within, which is something that is coming through so strongly, where I've spoken about it before, that when I tap into people's energy, what I realize is that there is this limping that is happening. The abandonment that like I said, we are operating with the wounded masculine. That is the masculine that is fearful. You don't know what's going to happen. You have to be alert at all times. You don't want them to find out that you are not strong enough because you believe you are not strong. And you believe so because your strength is not your true strength. You are operating from the strength of the masculine and you have abandoned your strength of the feminine, which is that being in touch with yourself, being in touch with the emotions, being in touch with the intuition, right? Be in touch with the sexual energy because that's the creation energy that we're using. So just take a deep breath there and just observe what is coming through in your body when you just connect with this energy. Where are you abandoning yourself, trying to prove that you can also be visible, you can also do as much as men are doing? Because that means you're operating from the survival and you're wearing all sorts of masks. You don't want anyone to find out that you are not really who they think you are. But imagine what's possible if you get to be in your element. That is not going against the grains, but going with the flow. Because even when you're talking about change is just, it requires us to go with the flow, to allow, to be able to receive. And when I talk about healing the masculine and integrating it, it's just the masculine having that structure, being able to have that aspect that brings in this strategy on what to do. Because most of the time, what I find with people who have this wounded masculine is that they are they don't take action. It's like they have this ideas, I'm gonna do this and whatnot, what you know. If the feminine energy is more dominant, I'm gonna do this and all, and then they don't take action because the masculine it doesn't get the vision, it doesn't understand what is going on, or there is just this discordance that is happening, especially that some of these patterns that are coming through from we inherit them from our family and ancestral lineage, you know. So if there is abuse, there was abuse in your family and all this dysfunction and all that, then there is this mistrust that is happening between the feminine and the masculine, just within, which is one thing that we like to talk about. We enjoy talking about teamwork, which is something that we desire, you know. But if there is no teamwork from within, it's really difficult for you to get any teamwork from outside. And this is why most of the relationships they do not work. Because you get into a relationship from the defense and you are so fixed on what has to happen. You are not in your element of allowing, of flowing, of even feeling your own emotions, of communicating truthfully how you're feeling, which is one thing, where you kind of like, I expect him to understand, you know. But if he didn't get it, that means he didn't understand. Are you able to communicate without feeling like you are threatened? Where did you learn that? How is that affecting your relationship outside your romantic relationship, your other relationship with your friends at work, with your children? Because if you are moving around with this masculine energy, Armstrong, and all that, then chances are you are not even able to accept that you are hurting. And when you are hurting, you cannot even have compassion for yourself because it's a weakness, right? You are not even open to receiving help because you have this illusion of I'm strong, I can do it on my own. Just sit with that and just feel the energy, feel your body as it's bringing through um, whatever energy that is suppressed or repressed in your body. How would it be like if you embody your superpower, if you get to be in your element? What kind of relationship will you have? Just sit with that. I just came here to ask you these questions. Tell me where you're watching this from, whether you're watching on replay, what is coming to your mind as you're just watching this, and all these questions that are coming through. Where in your life are you telling yourself that, oh, I don't need any man, and you've got this flow of inspiration and all that, but you're not taking action? Or you are just too masculine that there is no flow that is coming through? And one other thing that I also want to ask is that, because even when you talk about a relationship, a functional health relationship, um, what is vital, it's also for you to bring your element so that there can be that balance, so that there can be that flow. When that man is your man is that structure that brings in all the strategies and all that, is the foundation that makes you feel safe and all that. What is it that you are doing to express your unique genius, to express your magnificence, so that your relationship can really benefit both of you, so that you can grow and really have an amazing relationship in all aspects of your life? I was just sharing this that when you use your abilities, when you live in your passion, one of the things that I find so amazing is that a passion becomes, it's like your foreplay, you know? So when you get home or when you get to meet your partner, you are turned on. There is a lot that you get to share, you grow, because we live in a world where growth is very vital. It's we are evolving. And if you're still sitting with what it was 10 years ago and all that, then chances are um, you're gonna outgrow each other. And if you are someone who is out of a relationship and you're still holding again on what was, then it's definitely limiting you from opening up and being it to be able to be in love, to be able to receive your man, to be in the relationship that your soul um needs for your next level of expansion, because we grow a lot in relationships. So where are you denying yourself the superpower? Where are you not being in your element? Where are you showing up with something to defend? Where are you not fully embracing your emotions, your intuition, your sexual energy? Where are you not seeing flaw in your life? And what are you going to do about it? Because for things to change, it just comes with a decision to say, I am not going to continue living my life like this anymore. And then you take action for things to change. Otherwise, it's just an idea. Okay? I would leave you with that. 𝐬𝐿 is my name. And those of you, or if you know someone, or if it's you, just know that I support women to rapidly rebuild after a painful breakup or divorce so that they can regain flow, awaken confidence, and find true love. Healing is vital. There are some relationships that when they end, it's like they've sucked all your energy. And you don't want to move from that relationship to another while you feel so depleted. I would leave you with that. And if you want to talk, send me a DM and let's have a conversation.